anti-terrorism prosecutors have opened an investigation after a man armed with a knife and a hammer killed a German tourist and left two, including a British man, wounded near the Eiffel Tower in Paris. This was on Saturday night.
Yes, organisers and politicians now face questions over security, particularly ahead of next year's Olympics to be hosted in Paris. Well, we can now cross to Paris and speak with the political broadcaster Antonin Andre. And Antonin, thank you so much for joining us. The most extraordinary news I think we've learnt about this attack is that the individual behind it had recently been released from prison after he expressed support for Islamic State.
Yes, there are a lot of questions around, the way to contain and to keep these people who are maybe sometimes Islamic and terrorist, but also they are psychiatric ill, and they have disease of psychiatric injuries, and it's very difficult for French people to coordinate between the jail and the hospital, and there is a space which is a bit like a white space where it's difficult to take this figure and to neutralize them. It's all the debate in France by now, because we have a new law about immigration and terrorism, and it's the point. One of the points is how we can have a better protection against this it's wolf, they are lonely wolf, and it's difficult to keep them away from the system and the cities, and to protect people.
And this isn't the first of these types of attacks France has seen in recent months. I want to get an idea of how the French people are feeling. Is there anger, frustration, fear?
No, not fear, not anger. You have to understand that there were an attack in Dublin, in Great Britain also,
yeah.
And there are in several countries in Europe. There are sometimes some lonely wolves who get a knife and they kill what they can in the street, and not always a plan or a planification of these attacks. And you have to be careful, because yes, there were an aggression this weekend near the Eiffel Tower. That's true. Against a tourist. That's true. But the security lockdown and the whole dispositif of security around the Olympic Games are not now in place. So yes, we are vulnerable, and we can't lock down all the cities and to prevent all these lonely wolves who attack people. I shouldn't say that in France we have fear.
Yeah, I think the frustration, and it's also in this country and in many countries in Europe, is that sometimes these suspects who carry out these attacks are already known to the authorities, and that's where that frustration comes from.
Yes, but yes, I agree with you. It's the case in France also. That's why there is a law in debate at the parliament now in France. But it's difficult because we are also democracy. So there is a link or a gap between a democracy and repression and measures that could be against the rights of everybody, of the freedom of everybody. It's the problem with the democracy. You are not in a dictator. You can't contain people and maintain them in their home if there is no injuries, no judgment, no justice in the statement. So yes, we are vulnerable, but must we also change everything and say them we are fierce, so
yeah.
we're gonna
I completely understand your points. You want to keep the freedom of the majority of people because of these types of attacks. Thank you very much indeed, political broadcaster Antonin Andre. There we go, my French degree coming in handy.
Marvellous.